From being called the greatest thing since sliced bread at 18 years old to winning 2 NASCAR championships and joining this elite group of drivers, it's been quite a ride for the Cincinnati native. This is the story of one of NASCAR's brightest stars, his humble beginnings, and his memorable career. Logano was 6 years old when he began his racing career in 1996 and showed immediate signs of his talent in his hometown of Connecticut. The following year, he won his first Eastern Grand National Championship in the junior stock car division. It didn't take so long until his second championship win at the Junior Honda Division Championship in 1998, which he followed up with Lieutenant Mod Division Championship in 1999. By this time, it was already clear to all that Logano was destined for greatness.
Joey Logano comes onto the front stretch. Logano's going to win at the Glen. Now where did the floor?
The recognition from veteran superstars soon began pouring in. He was barely 15 years old when veteran Nextel Cup Series driver Mark Martin dubbed him the real deal. The veteran was full of praises for Logano and had this to say about him. "I am high on Joey Logano because I am absolutely 100% positive, without a doubt, that he could be one of the greatest that ever raced in NASCAR. I'm positive. There's no doubt in my mind." Randy LaHoy, a 2-time Busch Series champion, also nicknamed him Sliced Bread, a nod to being the best thing since sliced bread. Logano soon began to participate in pro drivers competitions, running at the Fast Car Pro Truck Series race in 2005 and finishing second. He also raced at the USAR Hooters Pro Cup Series, where he ran 7 times at the Northern Division, where won once, twice at the Southern Division, and 5 Championship Series races. In the 2006 season of the USAR Hooters Pro Cup Series, he competed in 12 Southern Division races where he won twice, 1 Northern Division Series, and 6 Championship Series races. Logano was allowed to participate in the Grand National Division thanks to a new NASCAR rule that permitted 16-year-old and up drivers to compete in the series. He ran 13 races at the Camping World East Series, where he won 5 races. He made 3 poles, with 10 top 5 and 10 top 10 finishes. Logano would go on to win the championship after bagging a win at the Greenville Pickens Speedway, Iowa Speedway, 2 wins at the New Hampshire International Speedway, and a win at the Adirondack International Speedway. In spite of all the early accolades, the sky remained the limit for Logano, who made a NASCAR West Series and won in the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. He won the Toyota All-Star race in astonishing fashion, leading 87 laps and fending off closest competitor, Peyton Sellers. Just as it is with every success story, Logano experienced his first major L the following year as he attempted to defend his Toyota All-Star Championship. He was disqualified from the race after crashing into Peyton Sellers.
Joey Logano has led much of the way after Brian Eichler was knocked out of the race.
Logano made his NASCAR Nationwide Series debut in 2008. He later emerged as the youngest winner in nationwide history at 18 years and 21 days old.
Joey Logano making his first pit stop in the Nationwide Series
when he won the 2008 Mayher 300, the first major win of his career. What made the win more impressive? He was competing in only his 3rd start, a feat previously held by Casey Atwood. In 2008, Joe Gibbs announced that Logano would become a full-time driver, replacing Tony Stewart. He was given the number 20 Toyota Camry in the 2009 Sprint Cup Series, and not long after, he established himself as a champion. His much-anticipated debut in a Toyota car came at Sylvania 300 in New Hampshire in September 2008. With this race, he became NASCAR's first 90s-born driver to compete in a Cup Series event.
New driver Joey Logano, he was certainly ready for this race to start.
To this day, he remains the youngest modern-era driver to compete full-time in NASCAR's top division. Fast forward to 2009, Logano continued to break age records. He became the youngest driver to start the Daytona 500. However, he did not get the finish he would have hoped for, crashing midway into the race and ending the race at the last spot.
He tried to stay off of Scott Speed, the 82, and then he drove down in front of Greg Biffle, but look at that, a hard lick there.
He would go on to finish at the 30th spot or worse in each of his first 3 starts at the Sprint Cup Series. Not bad for a rookie, but not impressive either. However, Logano soon began to gain strides. He finished 13th in Las Vegas, his 6th Sprint Cup Series race, and bagged his first top 10 finish at Talladega, ending the race at number 9. He also finished 9th in Darlington later that month after leading 19 laps. At the 2009 NASCAR Sprint All-Star race, he finished 8th after winning the fan vote to participate in the race. 2 months later, Logano became the youngest driver to win the Linux Industrial Tool 301 at only 19 years, 1 month, and 4 days old.
First career win, 19 years old, 1 month and 4 days. His dad comes in.
Later that year, he was crowned the Sprint Cup Series Rookie of the Year. In March 2010, he became the youngest driver to win the Coors Light Pole Award at the Bristol Motor Speedway, finishing with 7 top 5s and 16 top 10s as he placed 16th in the final standings. 2011 was an unforgettable year for Logano as he struggled on the track throughout the year. He managed only 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and 2 pole positions as he finished the season in 24th place, the worst finish of his career to this day. The following year, Logano improved with several wins in the Nationwide Series, including a remarkable race at the Pocono 400.
He's off the corner. Here comes Joey Logano for the race lead,
where he became the first driver to win a race from the pole position in 30 races. Logano scored 1 top 5 and 11 top 10 finishes and placed 17th on the final point standings. The season marked his final season with Joe Gibbs after 5 years and the beginning of some of the best years of his career. It was announced in late 2012 that Logano would start the next season as a driver for Penske Racing and would drive the number 22 Shell Pennzoil-sponsored Ford. The partnership started on a very good note as Logano finished the year with a career-best 8th finish. His major highlights that year included a 6-race streak where he finished in the top 11. He finished 5th at Charlotte, 7th at Dover, 10th at Pocono, 9th at Michigan, 11th at Sonoma, and 4th at Kentucky. He also racked up back-to-back top 5s, including a season-best 3rd place finish in Kansas, before rounding out the season with 3 straight top 10 finishes. Logano had his breakout season in 2014, starting an 11th place finish in the 2014 Daytona 500 and a 4th place finish in Phoenix. He bagged his first pole in Las Vegas with another 4th place finish. Following a series of wins and top finishes, he claimed a contender spot after triumphing at New Hampshire in a remarkable race that saw him move from the 16th spot to 2nd in 11 laps. He led the race with 27 laps to go, and the win moved him to 2nd in points, just 1 point behind Keselowski. Logano's win gave Penske their 3rd win in a row and 4th in 5 races. With the level of success in 2 years, he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension with Team Penske to at least the 2018 season. Logano's win in Kansas at the contender round made him the leader in points for the first time in his career. He also became the first driver to qualify for the Eliminator round at the Sprint Cup and became the only driver to finish top 5 in all 3 contender races that season.
He is going to win the Battle of Richmond.
After clinching the 4th spot at Dover, he would go on to clinch a spot in the championship round, but finished in the last spot among the 4 drivers who advanced into the final round due to some technical errors made by his pit crew. The following year, Logano won the 2015 Daytona 500 and won the pole at Atlanta Motor Speedway the following week, finishing 4th. However, he ended the season 6th in the final standings.
Logano comes up to cover the spot.
In 2016, Logano started the year with a 4th place finish at Daytona 500, 3rd at Sonoma, 39th in Kentucky, 3rd in New Hampshire, and 7th in Indianapolis, and would place a career-best 2nd place finish after ending the year with 3 wins, 16 top 5s, 26 top 10s, and a then career-best 5,037 points. 2017 was a forgettable year for the veteran, who placed 17th at the Sprint Cup Series. He recorded just 1 win out of 36 races, 17 top 10s, and 10 top 5s to finish the season with 930 points, his lowest since 2011. Logano won his first Cup Series in 2018 after clinching 3 wins, 13 top 5s, 26 top 10s, and a total of 5,040 points. He has since clinched a top 5 spot in each of the last 5 Cup Series championships, finishing 5th in 2019, 3rd in 2020, 8th in 2021, and 1st in 2022. Logano's career resume is eye-popping, with 66 poles.
Logano on the run. Look at this run. He's had the short run speed all day long. He's got to finish.
252 top 5 finishes, 412 top 10 finishes, and 64-point victories in 764 starts across NASCAR's top 3 series. In total, the veteran has won 32 victories in Cup, 30 in Xfinity, and 2 in the X-Truck Series, achieving all these feats at only 33 years old. He is ranked top 10 in the final points in 9 out of 14 pro seasons and has been honored as one of NASCAR's top 75 greatest drivers of all time. A glorious yet worthy achievement. What are your thoughts on Logano's latest career achievement? Let us know in the comments. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for the latest in the world of NASCAR.